So I'd like to reconvene the meeting of the BCA to finalize the tax appeal. And we'll try to make this sort of quick and on point, but we want to give everybody a chance to speak that needs to speak again. So first, Doc, would you like to present the report? Yeah, or you want to give people a minute to read through it first, or you want to?
Sure, you guys can read along.
Okay.
Okay, the Board of Civil Authority, July 15, Inspection Committee, Doug, Lori, Dot, Marjorie, and Emily at 872 Grassy Brook Road, owned by Oliver Ames. The inspection was made on July 8th, 2025 at 2 p.m. Property owner Oliver Ames and Emily Ames were present. The committee was shown the outbuilding shed where a car was parked in the attached cottage. The property owner showed the inspection committee water lines inside the cottage, reportedly from flooding during Hurricane Irene and the more recent flood events. Furniture was moved to open up a hatch in the floor where some pump was. The property owner allowed the BCA members access upstairs to upstairs rooms as well. The cottage is in good condition and has been nicely renovated to modernize it while keeping original features. The team went outside again and entered into the main house via the empty glass greenhouse. The owner took the BCA members through the home. The main house also has been very nicely renovated and modernized while keeping original features with floors and fireplaces. The BCA viewed some of the Irene repairs which were made after the storm by previous owners. The BCA also observed modifications to the original structure, presumably to preserve it, like extra bracing in the basement, support the home. One portion of the basement has a modern concrete foundation. The other portion of the basement is constructed of stone, like the original, and has such a low ceiling it is better described as a crawl space. The low ceiling basement had previously flooded along with all of the mechanicals, oil tank, etc. it contained. The home is now all electric with Tesla batteries, no oil tanks are left. The basement regularly floods and are not suitable for living space. Original flooring, which was saved, remains in the home. The upstairs rooms will also be used. The home appears sound and to be in good condition. The home is furnished on both the first and second floors. There is only one septic system for the property which serves both the cottage and main house. 2 wells are in use. According to the property owner, the wells were not contaminated by flooding. The highest and best use of the property is residential, as it is currently used. While the property has experienced some flooding, overall condition of the 2 living spaces, the cottage and main house are in good with high-end renovations. The group then walked up into the artificial berm, which was constructed to protect the home from flooding. When functioning, it appears able to collect about 8 acres of water in the lower lying areas, which are primarily field. Floodwater drains south via several culverts onto the property. The berm is below street grade. The home site is level with Grassy Brook Road on approximately 4 acres. Additional site work has been conducted around the home to protect it from flooding. The rest of the property land is up the forested hillside with slopes that range from slight to moderate to very steep. The BCA did not go up the hillside to hike the undeveloped portion of the property, as acreage is vast and weather was very warm and portions of the property are steep. Finally, the group went up onto Grassy Brook Road to see the parcel from a different angle and perspective. Town culverts were noted as well as nearby pond above the property owned by the Parkers. The site visit ended at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Dot. Do any members of BCA have questions about the report? I think we were all there, so we all saw what Dot put in the report, but do we agree with everything that's in there? Have any questions that we need to clarify?
I'll say one thing.
Yeah.
I had in my original report, I had measured the amount of the flood lines, but that would be fact finding on our part, putting in the data. So that was removed from this report.
Oliver, do you have anything else you'd like to present? Any questions about the report?
Yeah, given that we're recording, I've got objects to it, like in so many different ways. I don't know if you want me to go through it. And we're obviously gonna go to the next level with this, like, so. I don't wanna waste anyone's time.
Well, could you like just summarize what
Like, for
your major
example,
objectives?
for example,
Yeah.
the condition of the garage, which I very carefully pointed out to you guys, and the condition of the pouring grid, you say nothing about. To the structures in the property, there's nothing in there. So it's like, it seems very selective. I guess something's accurate. And then, like, other things are not, the home is all electric and gas. Install propane out the window. I told you from in, so this just isn't accurate, so I really appreciate you guys coming out. I thought we did a really good inspection, but this feels like a very selective, like, yeah, saying, I showed you the photo of the water, I showed you the water line and purported flooding, and you saw the flooding.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, like, why does it say purportedly, like, again, it's like questioning if there was flooding, like, I don't know, you guys had me at a little bit of a loss with this, to be honest. I kind of see what you're trying to do, but I have another form of recourse after this, so. I don't know, I appreciate it, well, there's a lot of effort put into this, and coming out and time, and I'm starting to feel like really bad about that, this isn't accurate. Parts that are accurate, but you know, you're missing things that are covered, like the garage, and then there's things that are said in here that are. Yeah, not accurate, so I can tell you're trying to make it sound like things are okay on the property, and I can understand why you wanna do that. So. What comes next, like, in terms of like this here, that I've received this, I get that it's the final one. I'm disappointed, it's like a resident of the town, it's hoping for a little bit. Given that you're the BCA and like you represent the town, I'm hoping for a little bit more support. And understanding the situation and being rational and reasonable about it, but I also understand the grand list, so.
Yeah, so, I don't think we meant to imply that there wasn't flooding in.
Well, reportedly doesn't.
Yeah, but, you presented us with the pictures, so there's evidence that there was flooding,
There's no flooding.
so,
Yeah.
but, I don't think that was in the intent to say there wasn't.
What
never any
was
flooding.
intent of writing reporting to the.
So, we didn't see the water, we saw a line.
There the day it happened.
Yeah.
I saw, the thing I'd like to get on record is that I could not explain to the select board, as I thought I could. What the select board had seen at the time of the flood. I was advised that the Board of Civil Authority
Yeah.
is only to
I want to
not
explain
do
that.
any fact finding for you, so
Yeah.
that I put 40 inches, that was.
I think that is a great example of like the benefit of blinders, using the benefit of blinders here, and. It's your prerogative.
It's not our prerogative, it's literally, we cannot take anything from outside knowledge into there.
Exactly, yeah.
And reported just means it is appearing to be true, and that's it, we can't, you telling me it's true at the inspection, we can't take evidence or testimony. Please, let me finish. We cannot take testimony at the inspection. We're not allowed to do that, so that's why we have to say we saw a water line. And that's all we can say, we
Is there
cannot take
any
your
something
testimony.
say like the water line on the outside?
Outside,
Like I showed you the irony, like the water line. It only says on the inside of the cottage. That there's flooding across the whole property, you want to say flooding the quarter fee and 5.
Well, I guess I wrote my report with some.
That again makes it sound like it only reportedly flooded in the cottage, which is again. That's accurate, so I completely understand the intent of the BCA and what you're saying, and you said it in the last one, like, I totally get it. But I also am a little, you can understand my perspective, I'm a little mystified of like, if we're gonna do the inspection, I'm gonna show you things, I'm not testifying, it's showing you like things you can see with your own eyes. I don't get why I don't get into this, but I,
This evidentiary portion is during the hearing. That's when you can present evidence is the original
Right.
hearing and now, so.
we're excited. We can put it.
Right, so we have those photos
Yeah.
that you gave us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't wanna get wrapped around the axle. I've received it. Is there anything else in this like process here? I think the town has done a great job, but like there's some incentives we can do.
So the rest of the process today, after you're done with your comments, is the listers have a chance to make comments, additional comments.
Yeah,
And
I will make one more comment, like saying that the home is in good condition. Is not accurate, and like, I'm disappointed by that as well, like. When water goes into wood, when water goes into drywall. Anyone around this table who owns a home. It damages it, when it happens repeatedly, it damages it. Water, wind, sun together, twist wood, like, you could see the condition of the garage. You could see the condition of the siding. I agree with you, and I think you're bending towards the condition of the interior. Like, I can understand that, but the exterior of the home is like, as I showed you in the inspection. We had so many people come out after the flood, and they're like, this is a tear down, like. You say that empty greenhouse is a tear down, like why would you just say that it's like. Like, the ceiling fell, and it's not empty. It's like, what's the condition of something that's falling apart? So I struggle a little bit with the condition thing, and that's gonna try and tell.
thank you, Oliver. Al or any of the other listers have any comments they'd like to make?
The only thing I have to reiterate is the purpose of reappraisal is to put everyone in town as close to fair market value as possible at the time of the reappraisal. So. That being said, the past history, the future history is hard to take into consideration. What we're looking at is the here and now and what the owner of the property would get if that property were to be put on the open market.
Can I respond one thing? To that,
Let's let him finish, you're done.
I'm done.
Okay, thank you.
I really think you guys need to chew on Mrs. problem. Like, you haven't really addressed that, you haven't really addressed that. That property's on the market. It's flooded. Like, it's not comparable. I feel like you guys are just like, yeah, well, you don't sell that. That's kind of your like. Direct to your point in time, the appraisal happens while that house is on the market, it's temporary. And it's not sellable. And what if you assess that property in? It's on the market for $675 over a year, no one's bought it, it's flooded. Don't let that like clear example right there go over your head or pass you by. We're living in the middle of if we put our property on the market. Like, it's right there. This is us, so. Fire company.
Thank you. So, I guess that concludes our hearing. We're going to, adjourn the meeting and go into deliberative session to talk about all the evidence we've heard. So thank you all very much for coming. And we'll provide a full written report within the next 15 days.
Awesome, and so. 8/12 is tax day. Right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And so for that.
I just got my bill today. I didn't see when it's due.
15. That's the end of July. Yeah, it didn't say in what you know to provided, like when. So the decision says will be sent to you, so it's 15 days.
That is the maximum. I wouldn't expect it to be that long.
That's the only question. Awesome, thank you guys, I appreciate it, and then we will be in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Off the record.
Yeah, so Scott, do I stop the recording now, or do we have to record the deliberative section? Okay. So,
Stop it, pause it through the camera or.
so we're not gonna have to record anything again, or do we have to have a total adjournment at the end? So I'll just pause it.
Oh,
Or-
for adjourned, yeah, we're adjourned.
Yeah, but we're still recording, so I'm just trying to decide if I stop it or pause it.
Stop. Right, you have to record anything.